Hello everyone. We have completed plant tissue in the chapter tissues, and now we are going to proceed with the next, that is animal tissues. The last part of the chapter, animal tissues. When I say last part of the chapter, it's quite relaxed, right? We feel relaxed. But yes, it is the last part of the chapter, but it has many classification that we have to study it in detail. Right, so let's go into the classification first. As we did it for plant tissue, first we went for the classification. In the same way, animal tissue, I will first tell you the names of the animal tissue that we are going to learn it in detail in the chapter. Okay, so let's start. The first, animal tissue is divided into two. One is simple and one is complex. Now when I say simple, please pay attention properly. When I say simple, simple has one division, that is epithelial tissue. What is it known as? Epithelial tissue. Now this epithelial tissue has further 6 division. Okay, the epithelial tissue has further 6 division. The first one is simple squamous epithelium. The second one is stratified squamous epithelium. The third one is columnar epithelium. The fourth one is ciliated columnar epithelium. The fifth one is cuboidal epithelium. And the sixth one is glandular epithelium. Okay, so these are the 6 types of epithelial tissue which comes under the simple classification of animal tissue. In the complex, we have connective tissue, muscular tissue and neural tissue. Okay, I repeat, connective, muscular and neural. Okay, now when I talk about the connective tissue has further 7 division. The first one is blood, second is bone, third is ligament, fourth is tendon, fifth is cartilage, sixth is areolar and seventh is adipose. These are the 7 divisions. These are the 7 classification of what connective tissue. I repeat, blood, bone, ligament, tendon, cartilage, areolar, adipose. Okay, this is for connective tissue. Now when I talk about the next one, that is the muscular tissue. Now muscular tissue has 2 types. One is involuntary and one is voluntary. The third complex tissue which is there, that is the neural tissue. It doesn't have any such division. Okay, so this is the gist about the classification of animal tissue into simple and complex tissues. So we are going to learn it in detail about all the tissues properly. Okay, so let's start with the first one, that is epithelial tissue. Okay, now what is epithelial tissue? Now the cells in the epithelial tissue, they are tightly packed and it forms a continuous sheet. Okay, now where is it found? Where is the location? Epithelial tissue, it is found in the skin, in the lining of the mouth, in the lining of the blood vessels, lung alveoli and kidney tubules. Okay, where is it found? It is found in the skin, lining of the mouth, lining of the blood vessels, lung alveoli and kidney tubules. Right? Now, lining of the blood vessels. Now when I talk about the lining, it is the covering. Okay, now when I say blood vessels, what does the blood vessels do? It transports the blood from one part of the body to another part of the body. Fine. And next, what is it? When I say lining of the kidney tubules. Now kidney tubules is what? Now we know we have 2 kidneys, right? In the 2 kidneys itself, there is a tube-like structure which has been attached, and these are known as what? The kidney tubules. Correct? Then we have an alveoli. Alveoli, when I talk about, what does it do? It is present in the lungs. What does it do? It helps in the exchange of the gases. Right? It helps in the exchange of the gases and increases the surface area for exchange of the gases. Correct? So these are the epithelial tissue is found in these areas. Correct? Now, what is the function of the epithelial tissue? It forms a protective covering of the animal body. Okay. Now when I have to talk about the types of epithelial tissue, what it is? The first one, simple squamous. Second one, stratified squamous. Third one, columnar. Fourth one, ciliated columnar. Fifth one, cuboidal. Sixth one, glandular. Now when I have to talk about the simple squamous epithelium. Now in simple squamous epithelium, now all the epithelium we are going to learn where is it found. okay, the structure and about the function about the epithelial tissue. Now the first one that we have to say is about what? The simple squamous epithelial tissue or the simple squamous epithelium. How is the structure? How does it look like? It is thin, flat, and it forms a delicate lining. Where is it found? In the lining of the blood vessels, lining of the mouth, lining of the lung alveoli. These are the location. When I have to talk about the function of the simple squamous epithelium, what does it do? It transports the substances through the selectively permeable membrane. I hope you remember what is selectively permeable membrane, which is known as plasma membrane, which only allows some materials to enter and exit the cell. This was about the simple squamous epithelium. The second one, that is stratified squamous epithelium. The structure, it forms a pattern of layers. Okay. Where is it found? It is found on the outer layer of the skin. Now, what is the function? It protects the body organ, prevent wear and tear of the skin. Okay. Meaning wear and tear, when I have to say, it means what? It repairs the tissue or it repairs the cells that you can see. The third one is columnar epithelium, which the structure, it looks like a pillar, meaning it is arranged in the form of pillars. Okay. Where is it found? In the inner lining of the intestine. What is the function? It secretes the digestive enzymes and perform function of absorption of nutrients from the digested food. Okay. Now when I have to talk about the fourth one, that is ciliated columnar. Now what the structure is, how it they have a hair-like projection. Yes. And where is it found? In the respiratory tract. Now what is the function? The mucus in the air is pushed forward to clear the respiratory tract. Yes. Next. Now here you can take an example of the hair which is present inside a nostril, right? So what does the hair do in the nostril? It traps the atmospheric foreign particles that you can say, and from that the clean air enters into the respiratory tract. So what is it? The ciliated epithelium, which is playing an important role there, right? The next one, it is cuboidal epithelium. Now when I have to talk about the cuboidal epithelium, the structure is cube shaped, as the name says. Where is it found? It is found in the kidney tubules and salivary gland. And what is the function? It helps in absorption of useful material from urine and helps in secretion of saliva. The next is what? The glandular epithelium. Now this tissue folds inwards to form multicellular gland, right? Now where is it found? In all the glands. Function: secretes substances like what? Sweat, oil, mucus from the skin. So this was all about the epithelium tissue in detail. Revise this in a way that first you go with the classification, get to know about all the names of the animal tissue, and then after that go with the structure, with the function and with the location of all these epithelial tissue. In the next video lecture, I'll be sending you about the connective tissue. Okay, thank you.